Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So today we'll move on to the next chapter, which is we're talking about isms. And every ism has 4 properties. So the first property is the status, it's called i'rabu, and the number al-adadu, and the gender was al-jinsu, and the type is called al-qismu. So today we'll discuss the first property of the ism, which is the status. So the status is connected to the role the ism is playing in the sentence. So ism has 3 statuses that it can be in. The first is called rafa, which is the doer, the nasab, which is called the detail, and jar. So if we start with the first of the 3 statuses, which is rafa. So the rafa is always the default status of an ism. So that means that if there is no reason for an ism to be nasab or jar in status, then it is rafa. If an ism is in rafa status, it is called marfu'un. So rafa refers to the one who does the action, meaning the doer. So example, I bought a house, so the doer is I. She carried a bucket, the doer is she. Yusuf went to school, the doer is Yusuf. So in each case, the rafa is I, she, and Yusuf. So nasab, which is the detail, it gives information about the action, or further details about the ism within the sentence. So if an ism is in nasab status, it is called mansubun. So an example would be here that we wrote, Yusuf went to school yesterday angrily. So the doer, which is in rafa status, is Yusuf. The action is went. But in terms of nasab, it would be, which is the detail. So going to school is a detail. When did he go? Yesterday, so that's a detail. And how did he go? Angrily, that's a detail. So it's a type of detail. And there's different types of details which we'll discuss later. But for now, to just remember that nasab refers to the detail about the action. And the last status is the jar. So if an ism is in jar status, it is called majrurun. And this status is used after the word of in the English translation. So this will, again, we'll discuss this in more detail after, especially in the Arabic structure and the Arabic way. But for now, we'll just explain it in terms of the English translation. So an example would be owner of the house. So the house is the word after of. Then the house would be in jar status. So sometimes we might have to rearrange the sentence to observe the of in the sentence. So for example, my house. So you can arrange that or rearrange it to house of mine. So the word mine is after of, and therefore that will be in jar status. So when possession observed within a sentence, for example, my, our, his, or her, etc., then it can be rearranged to show the of. And again, which will say, at the end of every chapter, that is important for someone who is studying this curriculum to take a look at the vocabulary list at the end and to go through it, bit by bit, ideally at the end of every session that they study this curriculum, so that they become familiar with it, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.